Let's let's start with the with a bit of analysis, right? Because the AFL semis were on, and we saw at least we saw 100 points scored twice, and we got first Adelaide versus Hawthorn, Adelaide Oval, and Hawthorn were just too good for the Crows. So you guys got any comments on that game?
Yes. Well, I mean, Adelaide have just been shocking this final series. They haven't even won a single quarter.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's a shocking statistic.
Newcombe, I mean that fast start from Hawthorn ultimately cost Adelaide. Letting them kick 3 goals in the first 2 minutes.
Yep, that was absurd. I mean, like, I was going for the Hawks in that game because that's like one of my top teams because my uncle goes for the Hawks. And it was definitely a fun game to watch as a Hawthorn supporter. You know what? Like, if you're going for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, you did hop off the Hawthorn train before the game.
Yeah, but I mean, my call's looking pretty good, is it not? Saying that Hawthorn's going to make the grand final. I mean, it's as close as they're going to get.
You can't have that anymore. You hopped off the train.
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
It doesn't
one
matter.
week
That was my
say
whole
they're going to
take
win
on
the
it.
granny, and then
You
the next week say they're
your-
gone in semis.
You sold your ticket to me and Rudy.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I didn't
You
think
can't
they were
hop
going to be
back
that.
on.
No, it's
Okay,
fine. I'll
here's what
sell
I'll
you my
admit.
ticket. I'm going for Geelong this week.
Yeah, well,
Not saying
gonna
I think they're going to win, but I'm going for them.
I'm gonna tip Geelong going into the game, but Hawthorn are probably honestly the second best team in the comp right now. Like that's not a crazy thing to say. Like
Collingwood.
I think Hawthorn are better right now.
I also think Hawthorn are better right now.
I don't.
I know Collingwood had a good game, but like you also got to look at like what they had going into the postseason. You can't just go off of 2 games. And Collingwood,
I think Hawthorn have played the 2 worst teams of the final series.
Gold Coast, Freo.
no,
Freo's better than GWS and Adelaide.
So
saying that is absurd. You know that they haven't. They've played 2 of the best.
Okay, like let me ask you this: do you think that the Giants are worse than Freo and Gold Coast?
I think they're worse than Freo, not Gold Coast.
So they
Yeah,
haven't
okay.
played good.
Like,
I
do
think
you
Giants are
think
better.
they're
I think
worse
the
than
Giants are
Adelaide?
better than Freo and Gold
Yes.
Coast.
Yeah, no, I agree. So no, do you think that Adelaide are worse than Gold Coast and Freo?
Genuinely, not Gold Coast. I think Freo, yes.
I think the Adelaide are better than, if I'm looking at a Giants, Freo. I think they're better than Hawthorn. They just had a very bad night. They're better than Gold Coast. They're better than. I mean, this is a hot take. I would say they're better than Brisbane, and that's it.
You are overrating them so much. I've said this so many times. 2025 Crows are the most overrated minor premiers. They've had one of the easiest runs this year. They suck. They have players, but they don't have a correct system that's working with those players.
What do you think?
And they don't stand up in big games.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't know that until this week.
I also disagree with that, but whatever. We can.
They got straight setted as a minor premier on 72 points.
Yeah, well, okay, they were playing Collingwood and Hawthorn, and Collingwood.
I will agree that they had a disappointing playoff series. Like in my mind, there's 2 of the top 3 teams that they played, and
well, according to you, they're the best, so they shouldn't have lost one.
I didn't say they were. I don't think that. I think the Collingwood loss was fine. I think that was like Collingwood played the best footy. I think the Hawthorn loss, when you look at it and you say if Adelaide are playing their best footy, I still don't think they win that game because Hawthorn were playing that well. But I think overall, as like an overarching season and going out straight to set it and not winning a quarter, like that statistic, like it's obviously disappointing. Like it's really disappointing. But I think the only thing they were lacking is obviously their defense was incredibly disappointing, but like it's there, right? And like this experience will be valuable to them going into the next season. Their offense is gonna be figured out a little bit. I don't know if the 3 big forwards are gonna work next year, but like it looks like Tex isn't gonna. He might be retired. I don't know what's gonna happen with him, so he might not be there. And so
he's not gonna retire, but I think that Adelaide won't give him a contract.
All right, we're getting a bit off topic. Let's just quickly look at the other semi.
No one cares.
Brisbane Gold Coast. I mean, no one cares, but like in a way, this was huge redemption for Brisbane. I will say that, and I fully credit them for this win. It was a great win.
Josh Dunkley.
18 tackles, most ever in a finals game, I believe. That
And
is,
Cam Rayner, most ever broken tackles in a finals game. Those are the little stats that matter. Wait,
yeah.
or maybe it's even just in a game in general.
And, yeah, I mean, Brisbane played great. What else can we say? Will Ashcroft, best on ground. How about him? He was
No,
incredible.
he was not the best on.
I
Okay,
think he
well,
was.
he was definitely the best on.
No,
Hey, not
Who was?
definitely. McCluggage is a shout.
no,
Dunkley's
he's
the only
not.
other shout, and
Sorry,
for
it was
impact,
Dunkley. It was Dunkley.
yeah, I guess for
Dunkley's
impact,
a
you can go
shout.
Dunkley. But like, if we're
Nah,
talking
you're
about
right.
like,
I forgot about him.
okay, yeah, best ball handling
No,
game
I
was
think it's Bruce Reveal.
No, actually, I do think it is Ashcroft. 11 score involvements. Like,
17 contested
yeah,
possessions.
yep.
Like, it looks pretty good. And he had like
Awesome.
what, 30 disposals.
2
He had a
goals.
great point. It doesn't matter whether he was best on ground or worst on ground or whatever. Or not worst on ground. It doesn't matter whether he was best on ground. He had a great game, and he showed that like he's not just a one game person like Norm Smith. Like, um, he played great, and I mean he kind of had to like step up as with Lockie Neal out and such, or someone did at least. Hugh McCluggage obviously is always going to be there, but someone needs to support him. And so, whether it was going to be Will Ashcroft or Josh Dunkley, and being both of them, but Will Ashcroft in terms of that disposals, in terms of that, accurate like kicking and like really using the ball well, like Lockie Neal does, is that's exactly what Will Ashcroft did.
Yeah.
Not too much else needed to be said on the semis. But I will say the prelims are set up to be the best finals week yet. And
I'm looking forward to it. These are absolute bangers of games.
second versus eighth, and it's crazy to think that eighth had a chance. But
Nah, they don't.
Geelong, you're not giving Hawthorn a chance.
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, no team from 8th has ever made a grand final.
But if any team's gonna do it, it's gonna be Hawthorn.
Not really. Because there's only one 8th.
No, that's not what I mean. Like if every team will have, they're the best eighth place team of all time. Can you think of any right now?
Yes.
You're gonna go look them up,
Yeah,
okay? They're the
Carlton
best eighth place
2023.
of all time. We were
Yeah.
fifth.
Yeah, 2024 I meant.
Remember when we got 60 owed?
Yes, that one. It was so great. You provided everyone with entertainment.
To be fair, for the first half we were the best, but
First half.
of the season, yes.
I think you meant of that game.
No, not of the game. No. We were the worst in that first half.
What about the 2021 Essendon Bombers?
Oh, that's a shout,
What?
though. You know, that's a shout.
I didn't win a final.
Hey, we went up against the great team in the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that you beat the week before, or 2 weeks before, technically, because it's bye.
Did we
Yeah,
actually?
but the Dogs went to the granny.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we
would have beat them.
would have been. We didn't play them week before, 2 weeks before.
We're going to give it off topic anyways. So
Oh,
let's
yeah,
come
we
back to
did.
Geelong. Geelong vs Hawthorn. This is a great defense and offense coming against a great defense and offense. Honestly, best everything versus best everything. I mean, Hawthorn's defense has been humming past couple of weeks. Offense, Jack Gunston's looked great. Obviously, he had 5 against Adelaide. It's one of his bigger bags, and he's had an amazing season. He's been a great story this year, and they have every chance in the world. I mean, I am very convinced. I'm very tempted to tip Hawthorn, but I'm gonna hold off probably. I don't see this Geelong team not making a grand final. I feel like that's what they expected to do. I think that's what they're gonna do. So I am gonna tip Geelong, but it's gonna be a good game. Like similar to what they had lost earlier this season when Geelong won by only 7 points. So I reckon it'll be similar to that, right? So I'll take Geelong by 8 points.
Alright, I'll go next. I also think it will be a very good game. I did say I don't give Hawthorn any chance. I very much do. I will be tipping Geelong though. By 14 points.
Yeah.
But I think it will be less than 5 points the margin at 3/4 time. And I'm gonna say that my big call will be Newcomb gets under 20 touches.
That's
He's
not
been
happening. No,
best on ground No, hot take.
Every single
He's
final
been
he's
on
played.
best on ground in the last 4 finals he's played. All 4 finals he's played.
Yes,
Bro,
and you think he's gonna
that's
get
a
less than 20.
shocking hot take. That's not gonna go through. He is the definition of Mr. September. 33 votes in the
We've gotta
Gary
wait.
Irish medal from 4 games.
We'll give
Hey,
him one more final series. Give him one more final series to get that name. But yeah, he's getting pretty close to it.
Okay. Noah, make sure you post this. After the game, we're clipping this, alright? Trust, O'Shane Mullen is going to him. He's getting less than 20.
Oh my god. O'Shane Mullen is not gonna stop John Newcombe. John Newcombe, Adelaide sent Sam Berry to him and he didn't have a chance.
Yes, that's
And then
because Sam Berry is shit.
I don't even know who they
O'Shane Mullen
sent
is elite.
I know O'Shane Mullen's elite. John Newcombe's
He's
better.
not elite. He is not elite.
He
one of the
held
better
Cloggage to under. I think he had him to 18. That is
O'Shane Mullen is one of the
That's
one
not
of the better
even good.
taggers.
18. He was so
Yeah.
good. Okay. I think it proves
James
that
Jordan
the
had
way.
Lockie Neal to 9.
I think
Okay, congratulations.
if I'm Geelong, I obviously you can try and tag Newcombe, but I think who I would tag is like I'll probably tag like an Amon or a Hardwick or an Impey or one of those guys that just come off the halfback, right? Because they're
So
also
you
impact-
wouldn't tag the guy that's been the best player in all 4 finals. But hang on, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Geelong have 3 taggers.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. You put one on sure you put one on Newcombe. I'll put my worst one on Newcombe. If he holds him, great. If he doesn't, I mean, you didn't expect him to anyways. But I think you really want to focus on those halfbacks because that's where Hawthorn's really damaging off that halfback
Yeah,
line.
Amon and Amon is who I'd go to.
And Impey.
I don't think Impey needs to be tagged.
I would not tag Impey. He's not playing like he did last week and getting nearly 1,000 meters gain.
No, so I think
he played on that against the Giants. No, he played on that against the Giants as well. So what's to say that he doesn't do it against Geelong? Against the Giants, I remember saying this before the game. Against the Giants, he had the most meters gained of any finals game of any player.
yes, he did.
He won't do it again.
And against Adelaide, he had a very similar game. So
No, he didn't.
he had a good game, did he not?
No, he didn't.
But yeah.
All right, Rudy, you want to go?
Personally, this could stir the pot a little bit. I have Geelong winning by negative 20 points.
So you have Hawthorn winning.
By 20. I don't want to hear it. They are the best team
So
in the
you
competition.
glitched.
Right
What
now.
did you say?
I was just saying that Hawthorn was the best team in the comp, and you were like, hell no. They're not better than
Rudy,
Collingwood.
you just
And then you're saying,
froze.
oh, Hawthorn are the best team in the comp.
Rudy, you froze as you said that. What did you tip them by?
20.
20.
Hawthorn by 20.
Right.
Yeah, it's not happening. In your dreams, wildest dreams. Like, literally any wildest dream you can think of.
So Ben said clip his thing. How about you clip mine? Hawthorn are going to be winning by 20, and it will be a 6-1 last term for the Hawks.
That's not as big a take as the Newcombe one.
No, I can see that happening, but I can't see that Geelong, like, if Hawthorn do have a 6-1 last term,
My hot
like,
take
Geelong
is,
will be up by 40.
my hot take is that, drum roll please.
No, we're not giving you a drum roll. Hurry up. We don't have time.
Thanks, Ben. You're a J.
I got you.
You actually respect your friends. My hot take is that Jordan Dawson is going on holidays.
What? Jordan Dawson is like...
No, he's going to get surgery.
No. My hot take is that Josh Ward
Okay, so
will
nobody.
get over 30 disposals and 5
That's not a hot
clearances.
That's not that hot. I mean, it's a hot take, but it's not as bad as I thought you would say. I think the hottest take you said is that Hawthorn's going to win by 20.
That's not a hot take. It's happening.
Hawthorn winning by less than 10, I can see. 20, I can't.
No, Gunston and Chol will have 5 together by the first half.
By the first... Okay. Moving on to Collingwood versus Brisbane. The 2 years ago grand final rematch. So... This is going to be, I mean, another great game, obviously. But their last 2 meetings have been underwhelming. Collingwood winning by 50. These are both this year. Collingwood winning by 50 and Brisbane winning by 30.
Yeah, but Collingwood isn't as good as they used to be. And if you kind of average it out, I mean, it's like,
I mean, I don't know. I think the way they played against Adelaide, they probably played better than they did in that 2023 season, dare I say? But
yeah.
if they can do that, I don't think they're gonna do it like that good again. Like I see how the Brisbane Lions played against those. I said like I'm saying that Brisbane. I saw how they played, and I saw like how good they were against the Suns, and like in every facet of the game, and like, but I think they relied on some guys way too much. Like Dunkley had literally one of probably the best game of his career, right? And like Will Ashcroft had one of his better games. Like they've been relying way too much on Harris Andrews in that defense. Like he's had 2 amazing games in these final series. And so I just don't know if that's going to work against this very balanced Collingwood side. And like Jeremy Hunt's going to be back, so they're not going to be as reliant on like a Dusty Moore more to get that many intercept marks. He won't have to do that against Brisbane. So I'm going to tip the Pies by 18 points. Okay, anyone going to?
All right. So
That's kind of sort of sounded like you wanted.
No, is anyone going to talk? That's what I meant.
well, I mean, I can start.
Yes, Rudy, go. I just started, but sure, you're second.
I've got the Brisbane Lions winning by 44 points.
You're just saying stuff to say stuff. Brisbane versus Hawthorn Grand Final.
Bang, bang.
Shut up.
Nick
Brisbane versus Hawthorn Grand I don't want to
Dacos-
listen already. I don't want to listen to
Nick
your
Dacos will get more touches than the Ashcroft brothers combined
in a loss by 40.
in a loss.
Saying you're being really confident about going one way and then tipping a player to go the other way. Yeah. Of course you are.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
How? Nick
But-
Dacos plays well, the team doesn't. It's not that hard to comprehend.
Except that's
Does
not
it
what
make sense now?
Except normally Nick Dacos plays well, the team plays well. So
He always plays well.
but he doesn't play.
Collingwood haven't always played
He doesn't
well.
play combined 2 good players disposals more than 2. Like I reckon Levi's gonna get it's safe to say that he's gonna get at least 15 disposals. And it's safe to say Will Ashcroft will get at least 20. So that's 35. So you're saying Nick Dacos is gonna get more than 35 disposals.
No, I never said Dacos will get a high disposal count. I just think that Levi Ashcroft will get 8 and Will Ashcroft will get 25.
Levi Ashcroft will get 8 disposals. Whatever. Okay, Ben, what's your tip? I want to hear you.
You had enough already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Good.
I think Brisbane will win by 10 points.
Ooh. Okay. Whatever.
Okay, well, I think Noah's opinions are just okay. I think Dunkley gets over 10 tackles again.
Not a hot
You want me
take
to go fine? 15 tackles. 15 tackles.
Okay, that's a hot take.
12 tackles.
That's
Previous record in a final was 16, and you're just throwing
No,
it out.
okay,
like,
sorry.
He's gonna get more than
17.
16.
17.
I'm saying Darcy Moore's gonna take 10 intercept marks again.
Okay, well, I'll say Darcy Moore takes 11 intercept marks. Okay.
Darcy Moore's not taking 4.
Okay. And Rayner kicks 3, and one of them is from a shitty free kick call.
Really?
Yes, the umpires love him at the MCG.
Your hot take is just going off of what already happened. That's all you're doing.
Yes, but it's a hot take that they'll do it again. And hey, my
Sure.
hot take was 10. You made me go to 17. That's fine. Dunkley is
10.
going to get 17 tackles.
So he'll break the record again. He'll become second.
He'll get second place.
Excuse me? You
Ollie,
think
go
in
ahead.
back-to-back games, he's gonna get the 1 and 2 position?
Yes,
All right.
yes, very much.
All right.
That's like Harry Sheasel getting 54 and then 53.
All right. We need to move on and talk about the Merritt situation in Essendon.
Yeah, okay. So Essendon have come out today and said that Zach Merritt will not be the captain next year.
Yeah,
As he should be. He
Huh?
shouldn't.
Yeah,
he should
but
not
they've
be
not
there.
done that. They have officially said that. I'm happy about that. I don't think he should be leading our club anymore.
He's not a leader
Um,
anymore. He shouldn't even be at the club anymore.
Well, the trade period hasn't opened, so
The
he
club
can't
shouldn't
leave yet.
even exist anymore. It's so bad.
I
How many
do think
premierships
that
does
Merritt
Sydney
will be back
win?
at the club. I actually do think that Merritt will be back at the club next year just because there's not going to be a good enough trade package on the table that Essendon
Okay,
will accept.
if for Zach Merritt to leave, we would need their current first, future first again,
Okay.
and Henry Hustlewaite. And the future second.
3 first-round picks and Henry Hustlewaite.
Yes.
Really?
And the second.
That's a lot.
Yes.
He's not even an All-Australian squad player.
A what?
He wasn't even in the squad.
Yeah, that was rigged.
Well, it doesn't matter. He wasn't in the squad, and you
No,
still want
it's all
that
Kane
much.
Corns' fault. Him and Norton were absolutely robbed.
Okay, sure, but it doesn't. No, Norton was in the squad.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
No, I don't think he was. I remember being very annoyed at it.
No, he wasn't in the team. He was in the squad.
Actually, no, I don't think he was.
I really don't think
No,
he was.
He was 100% in the squad.
I'm pretty confident
How
that
much
he
do you want to bet
wasn't.
on that?
Let me see this. Go all the way down the Western Bulldogs. He wasn't.
Yeah. It was Darcy over him.
And Liberatore.
No,
Yes.
Liberatore had a cracker season.
Yeah,
But
but not
over
better than Norton.
Yes, better. No, I'm kidding.
The fact that they got 5 players and didn't get Norton is kind of ridiculous. And Liberatore
Anyways,
over
going back
Merritt.
to-
We're not going to get back into this.
You don't want to talk about Merritt.
No, this is just
I
old
just said
news.
I don't think Merritt's gonna be gone from the team just because there's not gonna be a good enough trade package. I think he's gonna be back. As to who I think will be the next captain of Essendon, I think it's probably gonna be a Mason Redman, if I had to guess. I don't think McGrath. I mean, he could definitely be McGrath as well. Like, it's one of the two.
I'd give it to Nate Caddy.
After 1 year.
2? Come on.
2?
2.
Whatever.
Maybe 3. No, 2.
No, 2.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, okay, whatever. After 3 years, they can.
No. I think Essendon might get rid of Zach Merritt. And the reason I say that is because I feel like if I was the Essendon list manager, think about it. You're working on providing a good list, but you also don't want to have like zero morale and a terrible environment. So if I personally was the Essendon list manager, I would look to offload Zach Merritt for 1 second-round pick. That's all. Because no, I'm kidding. No, but if I get a serious offer, that's like, 1, 2, 3 first-round picks and like a player or something,
7.
I think I'd take that just because it's gonna bring down the whole group, like, I guess, view of Zach Merritt, the fact that he wants to leave. So I feel like if he's staying, it's just not going to be a good environment at the club. So I personally would get rid of Zach Merritt, and I think that's the best choice for Essendon going forward, just because it has blown up almost like the Oscar Allen thing that we saw earlier this year. It got caught having meetings, and it's blown.
It's more like Oscar Allen. It's much worse than the Oscar Allen one, I think.
Yeah, but it's like that in the way that it's gotten absolutely out of control, and I think Essendon just need to let him go.
And if I was Essendon, I would trade him for 2 future firsts. Okay, if I was Essendon, I would trade him for a pick number 8 this year, future first, and Henry Hustlewaite. Deal right now.
That's a bit much.
Bit much?
No, I think that's fair.
I think 3 future firsts.
No, I think that's a bit desperate.
3?
I think you still need. You need something that's. I think 3 first-round picks is what's going to be in the deal. Whether that's fair or not, I think that's the only way he leaves.
No, I don't think Hawthorn after 3.
But I think they will. They're trying to contend, and he's that piece that they need. They need a strong midfield. Will Day's not reliable. Jai Newcomb's good, but he's not like continuously good.
But the way Hawthorn have built this roster into a contending team is through those first round picks and constantly getting these young players, and so we know they have the skill to like be able to draft. And
Well,
so
yeah,
I'm
but
sure they
clearly
want those first round picks to be able to constantly add to their team. So I don't know if they'd give away 3 that easily for a guy who is obviously probably towards the end of his peak, didn't even make the squad. So like I don't know if they'd be willing to.
I'm actually not even going to defend him now. It's fine.
Well, am I
But
wrong? Like that is correct. I wouldn't put that much of a commitment towards Zach Merritt yet until he can prove himself as like an All Australian
I do
certainty.
think that Zach Merritt would be Hawthorn's best midfielder.
Yes, it's not even close.
I disagree.
Maybe not.
But
Maybe
hang
not
on.
in finals footy, but in
You're saying
the
that he
home and
needs
away
to.
season,
You're saying he needs to prove himself, but he is still
as
going to
a
be their best
certain
midfielder.
All Australian.
Because
Yeah.
they don't have any midfielders that are at
Yeah.
an All-Australian caliber.
Well, he is an All Australian caliber. Do they have anyone that's ever been an All Australian?
No one's ever been there.
Josh
And James
Battle.
Warple's leaving, so they
Chuck
need to
him
get
in
someone.
mid.
If it's not, I think Hawthorn will get someone. If it's not Merritt, it's Christian Petrarca. And if it's not
Yes.
Petrarca, it's at the very, very least, Clayton Oliver. And that's like worst case scenario.
They're not getting Clayton Oliver. He's going to go to Geelong if anywhere. I actually don't
Well,
even know
Geelong
if
don't
he'd
need
do well in
Warple.
Geelong.
Clayton Oliver wouldn't do well anyway. He's arse.
Has
He always
Clayton
has
not
been.
been playing, or is that why I don't know him because he hasn't been playing? Okay, in 2021 he was elite.
Elite at he was a stat padder, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion.
That is just your opinion.
Zach
Christian
Merritt
Petrarca was
right
the
now
reason.
is more of a stat patter than Clayton Oliver was in 2021.
Okay, so in Clayton Oliver's
Merritt is
best
not a
year, then
stat
sure.
patter.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's hunting touches, stats. He doesn't care if your team wins. He wants to be an All-Australian. He wants to have the best stats. And unfortunately, he's not good enough.
Alrighty, moving on to, we need to be really quick for the next 20 minutes. We're going to move on to, what have we got next? I guess we'll just do like a 5-minute talk on the Brownlow. So, that is coming up in maybe a week and a half, I believe it is. So,
We have more
So
time than that, don't we,
22nd,
Noah?
so
We've
it's
got
actually less than a week.
a week. We had to sort of
Less than a
So-
week. 6 days. Less than a week.
Now, the winner of this award, I think it's Jordan Dawson. I think it's going to be Jordan Dawson. But, I mean, what do you guys think?
I
think it's-
also think it's going to be Jordan Dawson. But I am going to say I don't think he's the best player in the competition. I don't think he
no one thinks that.
should have won it. I think it would have been Bailey Smith.
I
I
think Nick Decos is the best player in the
Bailey
competition.
Smith isn't breaking 25 votes. Jordan Dawson's not winning. Nick Dacos is winning. And the reason I say this is because the umps love Nick Dacos. Plus, when have we ever seen someone who everyone has said, oh, they're going to win it? When? 2021, everyone said Bond. It was Ollie Wines. 2022, everyone said Bond. It was Paddy Cripps. 23, Rocky Neal. Where'd he pull that one out?
Okay, well, first off, everything you listed is just Bond. So I think that's more of a Bond problem than it is a contender problem.
And last year, Paddy Cripps was not the favourite.
Yes, he
No.
was. Literally, the AFL Brownlow predictor predicted Paddy Cripps to win it. And the year before that, they actually
he
did
was
predict Lachlan Neale to win.
predicted to get tied first
At least
with
tied first.
with Dacos.
I think if I had to do a sleeper pick, it's not really a sleeper, kind of a sleeper, but I think my sleeper pick would be in Tim McCluggage. I think he's like, I think that if he gets a few games that we didn't expect
No.
to be up there.
Yeah, but the thing
then,
is, you say stuff like that,
he's
but
only
he's just not going to
4
win it.
points behind Jordan Dawson. Yes, 4.
He's
all
just
sleeper
not.
picks, right?
No, everyone is still looking at McCluggage like it was his first half of the season. Let's be real. He's been good, but he hasn't been great. Some of those players have been great all year.
Looking at his numbers, I'm on the Brownlow predictor. In the first half of the season, he has gotten around 16 votes. In the second half of the season, he has gotten around 12 votes. So it's about the same. So I mean, he could definitely get a few games in the second half, or even the first half, where he get notch as a 2 voter when people expected him to not notch anything, like what Paddy Cripps got last year. McCluggage, yeah, he could definitely be. Or I'm just saying sleeper picks up here, and Naz is the obvious other one. Even though he didn't have a great start, he could just get a couple that were they decided to give to him, and obviously his last 7 games were absolutely elite. He was in this Brownlow predicted the best player in the last 7 games of the season of any player.
Yeah,
in the last 6. So, he got 3 votes in 5 consecutive games, and he didn't get any in the last game. But I mean, yeah, I mean, moving on now, we're going to do about 15 minutes on our NBA predictions on the ladder. So I believe we've all got. We're gonna have to go pretty quick through this. So instead of going through everyone, we're just gonna go through our playoff teams, so the teams that we think are gonna be there in the playoffs. Well, no, we'll go through our top 10 in each conference. So in the East, on conference of next year, I have the Cleveland Cavaliers at 1, even though they have they lost Ty Jerome, which is really the only major loss. I think that's actually gonna be a big loss for them. I think that they can manage to what's the word? I think they can manage to still succeed next year and be a great team. At the 2 seed, I've got the New York Knicks. They've added a lot of depth. They actually recently signed Malcolm Brogdon. I think that was yesterday, and Landry Shamet back. So they got decent guard depth now. They got great wing depth. They got good center depth. So, I mean, that was one of their biggest weaknesses last year. They got a new coach in with a different philosophy. They've got a much better bench. So I think they can be a better regular season team because of that. And then I got the Orlando Magic. And that addition of Desmond Bain is, I think, the second best addition of the offseason in terms of like how well is he going to fit into the team. He fit in immediately. Obviously, Kevin Durant's probably the best, but I mean, Desmond Bain's right behind him as a shooting guy that can just, even if he is just a catch and shoot guy, that's all Orlando really needs. Although I think it can be even more than that as a ball handler, as a shot creator as well, and a playmaker. And then at the 4th seed, I've got the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, I'm not going to say he takes another leap, but he'll be even better, I think, this season. They're going to have Jaden Ivey back. They signed Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, and who knows what's going to happen with Malik Beasley, but he might be back on this team as well. So they have a really solid list. They got a bunch of good role players in free agency, and so I think that this season they can be a better regular season team with their depth, with the young players who are still getting better, like a Ron Holland, a Jalen Duren, and a Jaden Ivey, as previously mentioned, and at the Sly Thompson, obviously. And then at the 5th seed, I've got the Milwaukee Bucks. Even though they did lose Damian Lillard, they got Miles Turner, they got Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's probably one of the best front courts in the league. And then obviously the backcourt's a bit weaker, but it's still, I mean, it's not horrible, right? You got young guys who could have breakout seasons like a Ryan Rollins or they didn't draft anyone, didn't they? But they still got some young players back there. Kevin Porter Jr. Gary Trent Jr. was great for them last season, so if he can replicate that season, that'd be great. Obviously, he had that great playoff game against the Pacers. A couple of great playoff games. And then I got the Atlanta Hawks at the 6th seed. Kristaps Porzingis is probably another one of the greatest additions of the offseason. Trae Young had a bit of a down year, obviously not with his playmaking, but with his scoring and his efficiency. So he can definitely be better next year with more scorers around him, especially because Jalen Johnson won't be in for the full season. So he's one to watch. He could definitely be a great player next year, maybe even take another leap. They've got Dyson Daniels at the 2, who really emerged as a great player, 3rd in DPOY almost. And so that team looks really solid next season. And then I'll go through my playing teams really quickly. I've got the Miami Heat, who added Norman Powell. So they get a great mix of scoring, defense, and shooting. And they've got a solid bench with young players. I've got the Boston Celtics at 8th. Even with Jason Tatum out, they've still got Jaylen Brown, who's one of the better players in the league. They got Anthony Simons, so I think it was a great addition. If you're going to trade Drew Holiday, that's a pretty good package to get back, even if it is just him. And they've I do like the additions of Luka Garza and Josh Minot in free agency, and that team looks like it can be compatible. And then I got Philadelphia, the 9th seed. They're still a good team on paper, and they've still got a good list. And even if they are injured, they shouldn't be as injured as they were last season. Like, that was absolutely shocking. Paul George should have a better year. Joel Embiid, you'd hope
It was
plays.
the destiny of the AFL, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Hey, my
Joel
teams just get
Embiid.
injured. Yeah.
Joel Embiid surely plays more than 19 games. And Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain obviously is going to be back. He hopefully plays the full season. VJ Edgecombe, great addition in the draft. I think Janai Broom's actually a pretty good sneaky pick. He can make an impact player. And then for my last playing team, I've got the Toronto Raptors at 10 seed. So, that I think that'll be one to watch. They added Brandon Ingram. We didn't see what he would look like with his team, but they definitely needed more scoring. And so Brandon Ingram's going to come in there and hopefully be their premier shot creator, unless Scotty Barnes can really take that jump in that shot creation, which he looked better a couple of years ago. Looked a bit worse last season, especially with his 3-point shooting. That's something that this team needed to add as well. And Brandon Ingram's not that, but they're hoping that Scotty Barnes and a Grady Dick can both take leaps at that. What's so funny? Ben, all right, let's go over to Ben McKenzie. What do you have?
But I mean, we're kind of running out of
Just go
time,
through
so
them
I mean,
really quickly.
I'll go through them a bit faster. Should I give some
Just go
reasons,
top
or should I just go
go
through
top
them?
6.
Just say the placing. We don't need all the yap that Noah gave.
All right, fine.
Yeah, because I already
In
said
first, I've got Cavs. Second, I've got Knicks.
Yep.
Third, I've got Magic.
Yep.
Fourth, I've got Hawks.
Yep.
Fifth, I've got Pistons.
Yep.
Sixth, I've got the Bucks.
Yeah.
7, Celtics. 8, 76ers. 9, Heat. 10th, Pacers.
I
So my East, a little bit of controversy here.
have you written it down?
Yeah. So at the 1, I got the Cavs. At the 2, I got the Knicks.
So who got the 1?
The Cavs.
Okay.
At the 2, I've got the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
And my 3 seed, I've got the Detroit Pistons.
Yep.
Interesting.
Not
my
really.
4th seed, we'll get back to that. But my 5th seed,
fourth seed is Philadelphia, isn't it?
my 4th seed is the 76ers.
Next one.
My 5th seed is the Orlando Magic.
Better
My
than all.
6th seed is the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah.
My 7th seed is the Atlanta Hawks.
Sixth seed.
7th.
Yeah, who's the 6th seed?
Oh, the Bucks.
Sorry, yeah. Did I not hear? Okay.
And then in 8th, I've got the Boston Celtics. In 9th, I've got the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
And in 10th, I've got the Chicago Bulls.
Wait, did you say the Miami Heat?
No.
Alrighty. Let's move on really quickly to the playoff bracket. The West. Can't forget the West. Best conference. I won't yap as much, but first you got OKC. They're the best team in the league, and they made no changes, so they should be just as good. At the 2 seed, they got Denver Nuggets. They made a great trade for Cam Johnson. He can really fit in that offense, and they added some great players in the offseason, Bruce Brown and Tim Hardaway Jr. and such. They can be plug and play, and I mean that bench looks so much better now. And Jonas Valanciunas as well. 3 seed, I've got the Houston Rockets. With Kevin Durant. I mean, what an addition! Like they were already a 2 seed with an elite defense and Rudy, and now they've got Kevin Durant surrounding him, who is one of the best scorers, maybe even the best scorer in the league right now. And then you got the 4 seed Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, that's still such a solid. Ben, shut up. I mean, Minnesota Timberwolves made 2 conference finals in a row, and like, is there any reason for you to say that they can't do it again? Like, they're still got a great team, and so I'm backing them in. And then Rudy, we are on a professional. This is a professional thing. My 5th seed is the Los Angeles Clippers. They made some great additions in the offseason. And, I mean, they still got aging stars, which I do worry about a bit with the Kawhi Leonard's health and James Harden. Can he still replicate what he did last season? But, Rudy. John Collins, great addition. Bradley Beal, great addition. Chris Paul, great addition. They can do what they did again. And now I've got the Dallas Mavericks at 6. That's a bit controversial, maybe, that the Dallas Mavericks that high. But I think that the Mavs, with Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving's going to come back a bit later in the season, but they're going to probably have the best defense in the league. Rudy, with Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, just amazing defenders. And so I don't see anyone scoring in the rim on that team. And then, Rudy, I have the 7th seed Golden State Warriors. This still they got a great team. They were on I believe it was a 60-win pace with Jimmy Butler. And I'm not gonna say they got 60 wins, but I'm not even saying they're in the playoffs already, so I don't know what you want me to say. They're the 7th seed. That's what they were this year. And I think that they can do that again. Steph Curry's going to be healthy. Jimmy Butler's hopefully going to be still elite. And then at 8, I've got the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a bit low, but I don't like the Lakers at all. Rudy, I don't like the Lakers. Luka Doncic and LeBron. LeBron's not going to be as good. I mean, he's still going to be an all-star. And DeAndre Ayton's not the center that they need. And they don't have amazing bench pieces. I don't know. Marcus Smart might fit well, but that's about it. I've got the Spurs at 9 with Wemby, Fox, Castle. They've just got such a great list still on Harper. I'm not sure how much of an impact he can make in his first year. I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year and make it 3 in a row for them, but he can still be a good player to start off. And their backcourt looks great. The 3-point shooting is something I am a bit concerned about, but we'll see how that plays out. And I still think that no matter what, they'll be a good team. And then at 10 seed, I got the Portland Trailblazers. Better than the Memphis Grizzlies, better than the Pelicans, better than the Kings. I've got the Trailblazers here because they're like gun players who can still become good. I think one of Scoot Henderson or Shaedon Sharp can be like the main scoring guy next year. And I mean, of course, with Danny Avdija, who had one of the best players post All-Star break, and Donovan Clingan really showed he can be a great rim defender. So that team should be really good next year. All right, Ben, Rudy, just list your top 10. Ben, go on.
You want me to go? I'll go. Okay. In first, I've got the Thunder. Second, I've got Rockets. Third, I've got Nuggets. Fourth, I've got Clippers. Fifth, I've got the Timberwolves.
Wait, who was third?
The Nuggets.
Who was second? Rockets?
Like chicken nuggets?
No, Rockets.
Second was
Did you say Rockets?
Rockets. Yeah, Rockets. Thunder, Rockets,
Yeah.
Nuggets, Clippers. Then fifth, I've got the Timberwolves. Sixth, I've got the Spurs. Seventh, I've got the Lakers. Eighth, I've got the Warriors. Ninth, I've got the Mavericks. And 10th, I've got the Trailblazers.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Rudy,
Yep.
Rudy, you gotta unmute.
I know. Thanks, bud. All right. So, my first position team in the Western
Hurry up, we don't have
Conference
time.
is the OKC Thunder. Second, I've got the Clippers.
What? Okay.
Third, I've got the Nuggets.
Hey.
Fourth, I've got the T-Wolves.
Okay.
Fifth, I got the Lakers.
Yes.
Sixth, I've got the Warriors. Seventh, I've got the Rockets.
No, whatever.
Eighth, I've got the Grizzlies.
You're just not good at
Ninth, I've got the Spurs. And 10th, I've got the Mavs.
You are not good at this. Wait. Okay. You are horrible at this. Rockets 7th? So they were second last year, and they've gotten better.
Well, that's why I've got them second again.
No one asked you, Ben. You used AI.
They were second and they've gotten better. So how could they finish 7th?
That's just crazy.
You're not going to tell me.
I don't think they're going to be. I don't think they're going to be better than the Thunder, but they're not going to get worse.
All right, Rudy. I gave myself a rule that I need one groundbreaking upset, absolutely insane upset, because I wanted to make it a bit fun. So for my playoff round 1, I have the 8-seeded 76ers beating the Cavs, the 1-seeded Cavs in 7 games. Yep. I've got the Knicks beating the Heat in a sweep. I've got the Hawks beating the Magic in 7 games from 6th seed. And I've got the Pistons beating the Bucks in 6 games. And then in the West, I've got the Thunder beating the Mavericks in 6, the Nuggets beating the Lakers in 5, the Rockets beating the Spurs in 7, and the Clippers beating the Wolves in 6. Now, yes, that means I do not think the Warriors make the playoffs. As much as I want to say that they make the playoffs, they're not good enough.
Mate, they're not making the play-ins.
And then, second round, I got the Pistons beating the 76ers in 5 games. That's playing your stereotype run ends, Rudy. Shut up. And then I got the Knicks beating the Hawks in 6 games. You're lucky I had you beating the Cavs. And in the West, I got the Clippers beating the Thunder in 7 games. And I got the Nuggets beating the Rockets in 7 games. And then, conference finals, I've got the Knicks beating the Pistons in 6 games and the Nuggets beating the Clippers in 7 games. And then at the finals, I had the Knicks beating the Nuggets in 7 games. So my NBA champions are the New York Knicks. What's so shocking?
Nothing, but Ben's dead.
Yeah, I know. So Rudy, you go then.
So unfortunately my laptop has died, so I don't know any of my notes. But I have the Knicks and Thunder meeting in the finals, and I've got the Thunder winning in 6. Mic drop.
Bro, you had to go to Thunder, didn't you?
Yes.
I didn't want to though, because I hate the Thunder. Hey, it's not my fault that I hate the team that beat the Pacers in the final. All right, Ben, are you alive?
Yeah.
Oh, Ben,
Hello?
Ben.
Yes.
No,
Hello?
he's not.
Hello?
Alright,
Whatever. Okay,
well,
we're done.
I think we'll
Ben.
wrap it up now.
Ben.